I heard her voice before I saw her face. "Ma'am, you don't belong in this section." And just like that, the entire store went silent. My name is Danielle Carter, and I've spent the last 10 years building something I was proud of. I'm a senior marketing executive in downtown Chicago. Corner office. 6-figure salary. The kind of job my mother used to pray for when I was just a little girl watching her work double shifts. But that afternoon, I wasn't in my office. I was in a high-end boutique on Michigan Avenue. Still wearing my work clothes, a tailored blazer, heels, and confidence I thought was enough to carry me anywhere. I walked in with one goal: buy myself something nice. A reward. Because for once, I felt like I deserved it. The moment I stepped inside, I noticed it. That pause. That quiet shift in energy. The sales associate glanced at me, then quickly looked away. No greeting. No smile. No, "Can I help you?" But when a white woman walked in just seconds after me. "Oh my God, welcome. Let me know if you need anything." I stood there, pretending not to notice. Because we're trained to do that, right? Do not make it a thing. I walked over to the handbags, soft leather, clean stitching, price tags that whispered luxury. I picked one up. It felt like success in my hands. And that's when she came over. Her heels clicked sharply against the marble floor. Her voice was low, but firm. "Ma'am, those items are very expensive." I blinked. "I know." She gave a tight smile. "I just mean, maybe you'd be more comfortable browsing in the accessories section." Accessories? I looked down at my outfit, then back at her. "I'm exactly where I want to be." Her smile dropped. And that's when it got louder. "Well, we've had issues before," she said. "So I'm just doing my job." Issues. I could feel eyes turning toward us. People watching. Judging. And suddenly, I wasn't a successful woman anymore. I had a problem. I wish I could tell you that it was the first time. But it wasn't. Because moments like that, they don't just happen once. They stack. Quietly. Over time. Like the morning my coworker asked me if I was really the one leading the campaign, even though my name was on every slide. Or the time I walked into a client meeting, and they handed the coffee order to me, assuming I was the assistant. I remember smiling through it. Every time. Swallowing the correction. Choosing professionalism over reaction. Because that's what we're taught, right? Be excellent. Be calm. Be twice as good, just to be seen as equal. Standing there in that store, all of those moments came rushing back at once. The tight smiles. The second guess. The invisible weight of always having to prove something. I looked around. No one said anything. A couple stood nearby, pretending to browse, but I could feel their attention. A woman across the room avoided eye contact completely. And that's when it hit me the hardest. It wasn't just what she said. It was how normal it felt to everyone else. Like this was expected. Like I was expected to quietly accept it. And move along. My fingers tightened around the handle of the bag I was holding. I could feel my heartbeat in my throat. Not just from embarrassment. But from something deeper. Exhaustion. Because no matter how far I have come. No matter how hard I had worked. At that moment. None of it mattered. To her. I was still someone who needed to be watched. Someone who didn't belong. And for a split second, I almost believed it too. My chest tightened. Part of me wanted to walk out. To escape the humiliation. To avoid becoming another story. But something inside me just snapped. "No," I said quietly. Her eyebrows lifted. "I'm not going anywhere." The store got quieter. "I came here to shop. Not to be profiled." She crossed her arms. Well, if you're going to cause a scene. A scene? I repeated. My voice trembled, but I didn't stop. You approached me. You assumed I couldn't afford this. You tried to move me like I didn't belong here. A man nearby pulled out his phone. Recording. And then, a new voice cut through the tension. Is there a problem here? We both turned. A tall man in a navy suit stood near the entrance. Calm. Observing. The manager. The sales associate straightened immediately. Sir, she's being disruptive. No, I said, steady now. She's been targeting me since I walked in. He looked at her. Then at me. Then, at the man recording. Is that true? He asked. The associate hesitated. And that hesitation said everything. The manager sighed. Ma'am, he said to me, I'm very sorry. The entire store seemed to lean in. I'd like to hear exactly what happened. And for the first time, someone was actually listening. I told him everything. Every word. Every tone. Every look. He didn't interrupt. Didn't dismiss. Didn't defend her. When I finished, he turned to the associate. Step into my office. Her face was drained of color. Now. She walked away, no confidence left in her steps. The silence that followed felt different. Respectful. And then he turned back to me. Ms. Carter. Ms. Carter, your experience here was unacceptable. He paused. I'd like to personally assist you today, if you'll allow me. I swallowed. Still processing. And then, slowly. I nodded. He didn't just help me shop. He listened. He apologized again, not just as a manager, but as a human being. And before I left, he said something I'll never forget. People don't forget how you make them feel, he said. And today, we almost got that very wrong. I walked out of that store with a bag in my hand. But more importantly, with my dignity intact. Because I didn't shrink. I didn't stay silent. And I didn't let someone else define where I belonged. That day reminded me of something powerful. Sometimes, justice doesn't come from shouting louder. It comes from standing firm. When the world expects you to step back. Not every battle is loud. Some are fought in quiet rooms. With steady voices, and unshakable self-worth. And sometimes, that's enough to change everything.
If you enjoyed this video, please take a moment to like, share, and subscribe to the channel as your support truly helps us grow. We'd also love to hear from you, so leave a comment below and share your thoughts. We read every single comment. We are on a mission to reach 1,000 subscribers, and every bit of support brings us one step closer. Thank you for being part of Black Diaries and supporting the journey.